it's not gonna prove anything.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, your mom is still alive, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean, for example, that your mother is still alive, that you have siblings. Yes, I have 2 sisters, Aligas and a big brother, that you have people who love you, that you have seen it, and so on. He said, we'll play the clip, implying that you two have spoken a few times, and that he believes the beef will end sooner rather than later. I don't know him. I've never even seen rapper Charles Jones, better known by his stage name, Julio Foolio, in Tampa. The feud in Florida's rap scene has claimed yet another young life. The tragic event adds to the horrific history of Julio Foolio's famous rivalry with fellow Florida rapper Yungeen Ace. Rumors are circulating that Yeen is currently on the run after allegedly boasting in a new song about ordering the hit on Fio, in a shocking twist. Julio Foolio, who just turned 26, was targeted and killed while celebrating his birthday. Only a few hours after Foolio passed away, Yeen tweeted something that seemed to be a mockery of his death and dropped a new diss tune called Do It. Both Foolio and Yin have lost numerous friends and family members to this beef in the past, including their siblings, and with Foolio's passing. This most recent tragedy is a part of a long rivalry between the two rappers and their respective crews Ace's ATK and Foolio's Ta. In relation to this incident, the federal authority is reportedly focusing on young people. But you know what I mean. You want to live long enough to have children, and if you keep going in this direction, you'll never get to experience parenthood, which is one of the greatest human experiences. You could go down this path and say, well, Foolio, he didn't take from anybody else, but you won't be around to experience that love because you're gone. It's crazy because sometimes I just think, this is just the way I live. Or I don't know, like I don't know, I just see death so much high in Allison. A well-known rapper Charles Jones, whose stage name is Julie, there's a bullet hole in this hotel's wall. And I'll show you this window, which looks to be boarded up right now. Only a few elements of what transpired here were corroborated by Jones's longtime attorney. The Tampa Police Department confirmed to 2XL magazine that Foolio, whose real name was Charles Jones, was one of the 4 people injured in the incident outside the hotel. According to a statement from the department, at around 4:40 a.m., Tampa police received a 911 call for an at 11,606 McKinley Drive. 3 other victims are receiving treatment at the hospital, and 1 person was pronounced deceased. The statement went on to explain that police are looking into what happened before the event and trying to find the people who were involved. This is an ongoing investigation, and further details will be given as soon as they become available. Meanwhile, Foolio's attorney Alice Fusco told News 4 Jax that Foolio was celebrating his 26th birthday and was staying at an Airbnb, but the host kicked Foolio out for having too many people, so they went to the location. Unfortunately, Foolio and his friends shared this new location all over social media, and according to Foolio's attorney, Foolio was ambushed at the Holiday Inn Hotel, where he rented a room after being kicked out of the Airbnb. Longtime attorney Liz Fusco, who represents Jones, confirms the rapper was kicked out of an Airbnb, then went to a hotel. That's where investigators believe Jones and his entourage were ambushed. Social media posts point to the rapper celebrating his birthday, and witnesses say it was interrupted by an unknown group. Now the search is on for the parties involved in the shooting. Now, in case you're not familiar with Foolio's backstory, he was a rising star in the rap scene hailing from Jacksonville, Florida. And he had a pretty big following on social media, posting over 1 million followers on IG and over 600,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel. But Foolio was also known for his wild public feud with fellow Florida rapper lled Ace. And this conflict was not just a personal issue, it was rooted in a long-standing rivalry between their respective crews, Foolio's Ta and Ace's ATK. The ATK gang investigators say this organization is connected to a string in Jacksonville. There's many names for 80 cases to 19 people you know potentially responsible for 15 of, and who knows what else. The animosity between the two crews had been brewing for years, culminating in several tragic events. The tension between the two groups escalated abruptly in 2017 when Foolio's 17-year-old cousin Zen Brown was targeted, and shortly after Danger Thomas, an associate of IA, was charged. This event set off a chain reaction, with more senseless passings taking place between 2018 and 2021. In June 2018, Yungeen Ace was targeted in a drive-by, resulting in the passing of his brother Trevin Bullard and two other individuals. Yungeen Ace survived despite being hit 8 times, and what added even more fuel to the tension between these two crews was the fact that Foolio seemingly celebrated the deaths of Yin's brother on social media. Now fast forward to March 2021, and the feud reached new heights when Yungeen Ace, along with spinner Ben Whopper with the Chopper and Fast Money Goon, released the song Who I Smoke and Who Knows What Else. The day we when I see you, Who I Smoke, Who I Smoke came out of nowhere, went crazy, kind of made it more mainstream to where people who don't even know y'all, they were tapped into it. Did you make this them do that? I don't know how I took it too far when they made a song first speaking. Once the dead get involved, it already too far. Who I Smoke, which sampled the 2002 single 1000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton, featured shortly after. Foolio responded with a song titled When I See You. The music video for the song was equally provocative, featuring Foolio dancing in a cemetery alongside photos of Ace's deceased brother and friends. Over the years, both Foolio and Yin have spoken briefly about their feud in interviews, but they have largely avoided discussing the details of the conflict. In July 2021, Foolio appeared on VladTV and discussed how Yin had dissed his deceased little brother, On Whom I Smoke, and claimed that some of the people who had hopped on that track with Yin had previously been his fans. You get the idea, okay, 'cause I remember there's like a lyric where he said like my grandma so, or something like that. I say, oh, my grandma do voodoo, and we talk the head off of goose. I got a couple some ref and like stuff, 'cause like that's what I'm tied in with. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I guess that's why I came to that conclusion. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I guess. Okay, so what part of Jacksonville did you grow up in? The North Side, 1646 West P5 Street, Hilltop Village Apartments. It's like the worst hood in Jacksonville, like literally the worst hood. Hill to Village Apartments. And then when Vlad asked Foolio if he thinks the beef should be squashed before more lives are lost, Foolio just said they would probably sit down and talk it out sooner or later. He also revealed that he had already spoken with Yin a couple of times and claimed that neither one of them wanted to each other. It just sounds like this is just going to keep continuing, and more bodies are going to drop, more people are going to get shot, more mothers are going to cry, people going to lose their brothers, and you know, friends, and everything else like that. Could there be anything that could be done with, let's just say, you and Young and Ace sitting down together and saying, look, a lot of on both ends, but we have to just basically, you know, we don't have to be friends, but we got to get past this and kind of just move on with our careers, 'cause we're both successful in our own way. It probably help us sooner or later. You never know what God got planned. You know, I told him that a couple times. You know, we talk